Hi, my name is TJ, and I went to go see My Fair Lady at the Vivian Beaumont Theater. Lady is a musical based on George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion with book, music, and lyrics by Lerner and Loewe. The show is about Eliza Doolittle, a Cockney flower girl who meets a phoneticist who teaches her how to become a lady. This production was directed by Bartlett Sher and won a 2018 Tony Award for Best Costumes by Catherine Zuber. So I will say that Lincoln Center itself does not feel like a typical Broadway house. People were more dressed up for this. It felt like more of an event than a Broadway show, which Broadway shows are an event, but this felt a little bit different. So once you're inside the theater, they have merchandise and a bar, and they have a flower wall which you can take pictures with, which I'll insert here. What I liked about this lobby was it was extremely spacious and everyone could fit in there really easily. So our seats were in the orchestra, M502, 503, and 504, and I will say that we had awesome seats. I totally would recommend them, but there is not a bad seat in this house. And I was even talking to one of the ushers about it. There really is not. Every single view is good, and you'll get a completely different experience every time you go. The sets in this production were extremely detailed, especially Henry Higgins' house. When it comes out, it's a rotating set, and just the detail that was put into it. There's knickknacks and books and like a tree outside, and the lighting just works so perfectly to give you this kind of like lavish home. It's just gorgeous. Another thing I wanted to mention about this production was the costumes. They won a Tony Award for Best Costumes, and I can see why. They are stunning, especially in scenes like the ball or the racetrack scene. They add to the overall aesthetic of the production. So this show stars Lauren Ambrose, Harry Haddon Payton, Diana Rigg, and Norbert Leo Butz. Every single person on that stage was fantastic and amazing and wonderful. So my one complaint with the show really was the sound in the beginning, and I saw other people writing about this online too. Just in the beginning you couldn't hear as much, and I don't think that Cockney accents help with that, but once you kind of get used to the accents and once she does make her transformation, it's a lot easier to understand everything. Also, quickly, I just wanted to talk about the ending because I think it was really an interesting choice that Bartlett Sher made. You'll see it when you go, and I don't want to spoil it, but it kind of gives you a little bit more than what the book gives you, and I think it's really interesting how he chose to end it, and I'll leave it at that. So my favorite songs in the show were definitely Jordan Donica's On the Street Where You Live. I think he owns this number, and he belts it out so beautifully. It was fantastic. And the other number I wanted to talk about was Get Me to the Church. Norbert Leo Butz you can't compete with him. He's just fantastic, and you can see that he puts so much into this number that I was literally just sitting in my seat just watching this go down and like being in shock. It was fantastic. Stage door time! So the stage door is not crowded at all, which is why I suggest if you're new to stage dooring, this is a perfect one for you because there's really no pressure. There's not like 5 billion people there trying to like push and shove their way to get signatures. It's so nice and calm, and the people there really care about theater, so you might even make some friends. So first Harry Haddon Payton came out, and he was super nice and signed and took pictures, and Diana Rigg came out and she signed, and I got to talk to her a little bit. Then Jordan Donica came out, and he was super nice. And finally, Norbert Leo Butz came out, which was the person that I was waiting for. My friends are friends with him, and so we got to chat a little bit. And he's just an overall nice guy. As soon as he knew who I was talking about, he just lit up, and it was really cool to have this kind of connection to somebody, which I've never really had before at a stage door. Anyway, Norbert was super nice. He shook my hand. We got a picture, which I'll also insert here. So I'm sorry this video was a little bit more rambly than usual. I didn't have as much time to collect my thoughts, and I really wanted to get this done and edited and up. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. Also, comment down below what were your thoughts on My Fair Lady. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye!